No, I actually started rifling through my old comics account and got that all started up again.
Oh, nice.
But I'm still, living the broke life, so
Yeah.
But I got plenty of stuff to read in the meantime. Yeah.
Yeah, old material. Yeah, there's a bunch of 40K books that came out recently that I really want to read. What is it? Beckwin. I definitely want to read Beckwin. The new Dark Imperium book. One of the Dark Imperium spin-off stories that focuses on Felix. Can't remember. The most recent one I read was Alfarius, which, of course, I read that one. I really like that one a lot. If you like the Primarch series, it's a good one for sure. It gives some cool backstory into their whole legion and everything in a way that they didn't really do before.
You just talking about the like the Primarch series for
for horrors.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but it's a good one. It has a really cool flavor to it, and it's like they do. Of course, it's Alpha Legion, so there's like twists and turns of like this is what actually happened. Woo! And it's like it's pretty good. I won't spoil it if you haven't read it. Yeah, exactly. But that one was pretty good. Yeah, and then I also read a book by a friend of mine, Daniel Ruiz. He wrote a book called The Life of Gianciervo, and it's a solid book actually. It's a sci-fi novel. It's got its own universe, its own thing. I doubt he'll ever write a sequel, although it'd be cool to read. But based on the way the story is structured, it doesn't look like it. But it's a great book, really fun, really creative. Kind of makes you think. It's like one of those books that like kind of introduces like some political philosophy and like makes you think about our own lives without being heavy-handed about it. It lets you kind of make those connections for yourself. But you hear the character's mind, like it's in his own. He's basically narrating his own story, and it's really good. I really recommend it. Interesting. It's an interesting approach to that style. It's a unique style of writing for that genre, and I really appreciated it. I thought it was great. Like 10 out of 10. It's like, and I'm not even saying that because I know the guy too. I gained nothing by liked him. Yeah, I highly recommend it. The Life of Gianciervo.
I do remember seeing that he was writing that. I wasn't sure if he was done yet or anything.
Yeah, he only just published it like 3 weeks ago. So yeah, it's still really new.
Sense.
Yeah.
I guess I was gonna kind of sound like a diss, but I guess it is probably a little bit easier to publish your own stuff.
Well, he worked through a publisher, so he has a publisher. And when you've got a wife and kids, it's never easy to do anything.
Yeah.
So, I think that I feel like he's definitely maybe has been working on this one for a while.
Well, because I say that because I know. So I used to know somebody who worked like a book premiere for a friend of theirs.
Oh yeah.
I remember she was telling me like apparently it's like for like a whatchamacallit, like to get like a book with like good sales, like it's almost impossible because they usually just tell people like, no, we're not going to waste our time with printing that out or anything like that.
Yeah,
and I guess the only way that this guy was able to even get a book was I guess he like knew somebody there at the publishing company that he was with or something like that. I don't remember. This was a few years ago.
Oh, okay.
But AKA gatekeepers.
Yeah. Well,
basically.
part of the reason people do go to publishers, from what I've been told, is that they give you two things. First, they give you an editor, which is like generally very helpful if you don't have your own editor or someone who wants to work with you. And if not that, what they have is they have connections to bookstores. They have connections to like avenues to promote your book. So you have a much better shot of your book becoming better known if you go through a publisher. The problem is that if you do that, you're also subject basically to what you said. They're like Netflix, where they're like, well, what's your pitch? Are we going to do this or not? Do we like it or not? And if they like it, then huzzah, you can get it published. But, yeah, I mean, self-publishing is just tough because it's like, you're just literally, it's like writing a post on the internet. It's like, sure, someone might read it, so you might get popularity, but unless it's like really good, it's not gonna go viral, So the shitty realities of being a writer, I guess.
It would also kind of depend on like who you are too. If you could just get like in a way too, like if you just get well now everything is you probably just like sell it online like you would anything else.
Right.
So if you just have like good endorsement or you're famous yourself or whatever, you could probably just
Oh yeah. Well, if you're famous yourself,
yeah.
Yeah, if you're famous yourself or if you've got a big Twitter following, then it's like cool. But at that point, yeah, you're doing all of the work, right? You're doing the marketing, the PR, the business development of how am I going to get this thing out there. I mean, it becomes pretty tough, and some people don't have a mind for that kind of thing. If you're good at that stuff and you could figure out a way to do it without going to a publisher, by all means, do it. Like, that's awesome. But I mean, good luck.
Also, I would kind of imagine that anybody whose main boast is I have a large Twitter following probably isn't going to be writing any books anytime soon.
I know, right? They're not on Twitter to get the audience for their book they're publishing.
Just a bunch of ass pictures.
Yeah.
It's still a book, kind of.
I mean, if you put a lot of words around it, then it's a picture book.
Goddamn, I still feel like shit. I'm at the I'm at the exhausted phase.
Oh yeah.
Right now, which I thought it was gonna be even better than this because I knew I was gonna be going all out yesterday, so I got one of those. I bought one of those carbo cleanse chugs.
Oh, is it like one of those like shot bottles that you see in like Total Wine and Bevmo? It's like drink this before or after drinking or something? Or is it something different?
So think like that, but like times 5.
So much bigger.
Yeah. Well, it's big because I've done it before. Like whenever there have been a couple times when I went to Vegas, and you get those nights where you wake up and just like all fucked up like this, and I chugged one of those in some water, and it was literally just all of a sudden I was down here and then just like whoop, I'm good, but I didn't quite get that effect this time.
Maybe it was timing or the amount you had, because there's like so many little variables that like go into how you recover from drinking. It's crazy. It's like, oh, did you survived or did you not survive? Like, all these.
It's just being slower.
Yeah, being slower. Oh shit, what was it? I'm trying to think. I can't remember.
Well, I also had a couple of Tylenol PMs too.
That probably helps.
Oh yeah. So otherwise I'd still have a bit of rage going on. If not, but no, it's all good.
Yeah, it's man. It makes you think back to when you were like younger and you were like, man, my body could process fucking anything. Like I could go ham, and I'd only start to feel exhausted for like after doing it every day for like 4 days. Now it's like one day and I'm like, all right, I'm tapped out. I might have some hair of the dog, but that's all we're doing today, folks.
Yeah, I can't do that anymore.
Yeah. Well, it's also way freaking harder to do, and I know this sounds like a no brainer, but it's really hard to go all out or even go pretty hard in the paint or deep in the cups when you're like when you got kids. Even like when you're just married, it's like, oh, okay, well, better just make sure you don't have plans with the wife tomorrow or the husband or partner or whoever. But like with kids, it's like you're screwed. It's like, all right, depending on what stage of life they're in, you gotta pony up and pay the hangover tax, man.
Well, I mean, one thing that normally helps me too is whenever I'm drinking, whenever I just, well, because I had seltzer, so it tastes good. But
yeah,
whenever I'm drinking beer, like usually after like the second or third, you kind of start getting like that gamey taste in your mouth.
Yeah.
So for me, so I was like, all right, I'm done. But I did not have that this time. So
yeah, because it's seltzer. It's like club soda with vodka in it. You could drink that till the cows come home.
And that's why, that's why I wanted to do this too at noon, because I figured, like, I'll just
roll out of bed and call it a day.
Yeah, well, yeah, do that, get, all cleaned out, do this, and then I go work at night. But I could probably still get a few hours in tonight.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a rough shift.
Yeah, just shorter.
Yeah, there you go.
I think.
Don't push yourself
Sunday
too hard.
nights are still pretty good though. Which
because everybody else is in recovery mode too.
Yeah. Well, my idea of actually, you know what? Let me check. Yeah, my idea of getting rich easy went to shit almost immediately.
Oh yeah, how's that?
Of course. Well, I mean, so I did it a couple weeks where I had that promotion that I was working with, or no, that sounded totally like something else other than what I'm trying to say. The incentives that I was using.
Ah, okay.
To the weekend one where it's like you could easily get like an extra couple $100.
Yeah.
So that went away almost right when everything opened up. So, yeah, and also like that first like 2 or 3 weeks, I guess everybody's like finally just I'm outside.
Yeah, COVID's over, everybody.
Yeah, and like the volume of orders that I would get just like cut in half.
Yeah.
Which of course means that I'm still back to pulling in a couple grand a month, more or less, but before taxes, so it's not the best.
Yeah.
But I also still haven't really been able to push like my full potential. Like I'm still sort of just doing it like part time, for the most part. So there is room for improvement.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And it also didn't help that like right before we went to Vegas, my fucking steering went out.
Oh, it did?
So I had to get that fixed. Yeah.
Oh shit, man, that sucks.
I got lucky because I was on the other side of the hills over in Beverly Hills, and like I literally just pulled off of Sunset into like some residential street, and then all of a sudden service your steering, and I couldn't turn the wheel hardly.
Oh wow, that bad.
Yeah. Well, it was the pump for the steering fluid went out.
Oh shit! Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, that was not good. And then on top of that, whenever I did come in, they're like, "Hey man, your tires are about to blow up." Shit. All right, I gotta deal with that too then.
Damn.
That would actually be worse if that happened to me on the road.
Yeah, actually, because that's immediate. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
Yeah. Well, especially too, since I was just about to make the what is it?
The Vegas
some mile drive. Yeah.
Yeah, that would have not been good. Yeah, just stuck in the middle of the desert. Hey, doesn't that look like the set from Hills Have Eyes? Ah, shit.
I think that's a little further east, but yes.
That's what they want you to think.
I don't know. I mean, there were actually a lot of cars off on the side of the road on the way up there too. People definitely forgot how to drive or how to use their vehicles or anything like that. Well, I think I remember telling you too last time I went. Before everything, I was on my way there, and suddenly there's like some fucking van doing a barrel roll over the barricade.
Jesus.
Coming the other way. It's like,
Fox.
Yeah, right. It's like, well, I guess I guess that's what happens when you sing "Wheels on the Bus" for the 500th time.
Yeah. Bus driver's like, that's it. We're all going to heaven.
Well, some of us anyway.
Yeah, we all going to see Jesus. Whether he's happy or not, it's up to you.
It's like, I'm going to hell, so I don't have to see you stupid kids anymore.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, and everything was open up there, so it's all business back to normal. And kind of here too now, almost.
Yeah, no, I mean, the more and more places I go, I see less and less people wearing masks, and then you hear some of those people being like, "But what about the Delta variant?" And you're like, "Everyone, dude, no one freaking cares anymore. Like, everyone's just so exhausted with it." So you're gonna get those people who are like, "Maybe we should lock down again," and everyone else is gonna be like, "You could fuck right off." Like at this point, yeah, I would rather die than, because I'm dying anyway. So might as well choose how I die. And of course, like, if you have some kind of condition, or if your family has one, like, that's a different story. But a lot of average Joes, just like, I'm just trying to get through my freaking month. Like, hell, my day.
Yeah, shit's over, more or less.
Yeah. And there's no confidence of like, well, the government will take care of everybody. It's like, yeah, like they did the last time.
Yeah.
A couple stimmies ain't gonna make us forget all the other shit that happened.
It's like, no, we're taking care of everybody.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, and plus from what I understand, like the whole the variant, Delta variant rhetoric is kind of bullshit.
Oh, is it?
Because the idea is usually whenever a disease mutates, it either becomes more deadly or more contagious. Not both at the same time, yeah. Or more contagious and less deadly.
Yeah.
I should say is usually what happens, because I mean, obviously, how's a virus gonna pass on if it just kills its host too fast?
Yeah, exactly. It perpetuates by continuous spread.
That, and the fact that they still have something like 30 million doses of vaccines that are just sitting unused because everybody's already got them or didn't get them.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like the people that didn't get them, they're either going to be fine because they have antibodies or immunity, or they're not going to be fine, in which case it's called nature.
Yep. Just like every other time.
Exactly.
Yeah, plus, I mean, China goes through one of these, every few years anyway?
Yeah, they just don't tell anybody about it.
Yeah. Among other things.
I know, right? No, we're not committing genocide. Yes, you are. We have satellite photos. No, you don't. Yes, we do. Hey, remember that? Yeah. Remember that giant debt you guys owe us? Isn't it like, we're like, okay, fine. Or like Disney company, where it's like, Disney's like, oh, we're supportive of all these things. Look at us. We're so super woke, you guys. And it's like, are you though? No. We're pretty sure you guys pander to China hard. And also, like, yeah, no. The mouse gets what the mouse wants. I'm gonna fuck you up, Billy.
Are you listening to this show and thinking, man, I'd like to start a podcast, but I don't even know where to start? Well, Buzzsprout has the answers for you. Buzzsprout is a podcast hosting service that provides a number of valuable resources to help you on your podcasting career path. For one, Buzzsprout offers indefinite hosting of all your episodes and allows you to host as much material as you want, depending on the type of subscription that you opt for. Buzzsprout also provides a means for getting your show hosted to every major podcasting platforms such as iTunes, Pandora, Spotify, you name it. In addition, Buzzsprout also provides various means to get your show monetized through various sponsorship and affiliate programs, links to other paid hosting platforms such as Patreon and YouTube, and your own personal newsroom to learn all the tips and tricks for optimizing your podcast for the greatest return on your investment. If you're hearing all this and you're still interested, you can go to my link below and receive an Amazon gift card for starting a podcast hosting subscription that you'll receive on the second billing period of your podcast journey. Everyone has something to share, and there's no time like the present. Join Buzzsprout today. Well, and I don't know if you saw that thing where I guess I think speaking of Fast and Furious, actually, I guess that company managed to get Johncena to like apologize to China.
Yeah.
Did you see that
About Taiwan.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? And the thing of it is I guarantee you, if he tried to, because there's a difference between being canceled and being obliterated, right? And I think we may have talked before about like how cancel culture doesn't actually affect famous people because they get a slap on the hand. People on Twitter are rabble, and then in a year, unless it was incredibly heinous, nobody, everyone forgets, right? There's like multiple stories of people who were canceled that were rich or famous, and in a year they're doing just fine. Cancel culture only affects like you or me, where we say the wrong thing at our job, we're fucked. And good luck finding another job because then you get blacklisted for no reason. Sometimes some reason. Sometimes you deserve it, but whatever. Anywho, him doing that, I guarantee you it was like his lawyer going to him and being like, all right, look, if you don't do this, like I cannot do a damn thing to save you from you losing everything. So I mean, and I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he would just get a slap on the wrist and lose a couple contracts, and then ultimately it wouldn't be a big deal for him in the future because he's already a millionaire. But I could also see it being like, yeah, you will lose everything unless you do this. Or maybe he's a little bitch. I don't know. Like maybe he's a little bitch and was like pandering. I don't know. But I could see it being like if he wanted to take a stance and he really wanted to but couldn't, it's because he would have just been nuked from orbit, just like gone.
I think it would have been more of a thing because
he would have been like this.
Yeah, right.
Just actual. Gone. Actual though.
Well, because this happened like before the movie actually came out. So,
yeah, this was like what, 2 months ago?
Something like that.
Yeah.
But I mean I would assume that the producers were probably just more like threatening to just take him out of the movie or something.
Well, I mean, but if it's a movie they're releasing for China, like that's exactly. Probably they need, but but they don't want to. They're losing money either way if they lose the China market, or if they have to reshoot the entire film with him not in it. Yeah, like either way. I mean, meanwhile, the plot of that movie is the dumbest freaking thing I've ever heard. That's like, turns out he's Dom's brother. His brother that's also the bad guy. And also, like, somebody else posted this great quote where it's like, I guess the only thing you need to do to be family is, like, have a Corona with the gang at the end of the movie and then your family. Because, like, I guess in one of those movies, Jason Statham killed somebody pretty important, and he was the bad guy for that movie. but then later it was like, oh, it's okay, and then he's like having a beer with them like a movie or two later, like nothing happened. Like, oh, you didn't kill our friend, you're family now.
Oh yeah, because he killed he killed Han at the not the movie that he was in, but at the very end of the previous one. With where Luke Evans was the bad guy, and then he was Statham's younger brother.
It's about family.
About family.
But
then apparently Han's not dead anymore, so whatever.
I don't.
Unless it's like a twin brother landfill situation.
I know, right?
If you could, please call me landfill in honor of my brother.
That was one of the funniest things I ever saw. I loved that movie. That movie was
like, all right.
Yeah, cool. It's like nothing happened. I also like too, because I feel like this has totally happened to me, where they're like, we can't find where we were. Well, wait a minute. The only reason we found ourselves there is because we were drunk. So we have to get drunk again, and then we can go find it. And then they get hammered, and they end up finding it.
Yeah. Those guys need to do something.
I know.
Well, I mean, I guess they themselves probably don't need to do anything anymore. But...
Right. It would be nice to see another movie from them, yeah. Because the last one was Super Troopers 2, which I didn't see, but I heard was okay. It was fun. It wasn't like the best, but it was fun. But like, I mean, they used to have some pretty good stuff. Like, I mean, I actually, my favorite movie they ever did was Club Dread. I really liked Club Dread a lot. Puddle Cruisers was more their star, but it was a good movie. But
Puddle Cruisers?
It's like it's like one of their old first ones, where it's more like dry comedy, like college campus living. It's really it's like you watch it and you're like, this is by the same people, and it's like, because it was more of like a dry, like, look at life kind of movie, and nothing too insane, and yeah, and then they, I think after that they did something else, and then they did Club Dread, and then they did Super Troopers. I can't remember the order of operations, but something like that.
I thought Dread was later.
It might have been. It was before Super Troopers. I know that. I mean, I might be completely dead wrong, but I'm too far away from my keyboard to type and search for it, so I'm just not going to do it, and I don't feel like picking up my phone.
Yeah, whatever. Good for them.
Yeah.
But that second Super Troopers, it was it kind of had the same problem that not the same problem I'm having right now, but like Grown Ups 2 did, where it's like they didn't really have so much as like a deep storyline or anything like that. It was really just like hit after hit after hit.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Yeah, man. That's your thing.
It did. And they had Will Sasso running around in there too, so that's always good. He played the Canadian. It's a big fat Canadian.
I don't remember that part.
Well, yeah, you didn't see it.
There you go. Full circle.
What do you expect?
A car, a boat, other things. I just keep saying things to the universe, and one day it'll provide me with them. Let's see. Oh, hello. Now you're on like far away mode. Actually, while you do that, while you fix it, I can still hear you. I'm gonna spray paint some shit, but I can hear you. No, you don't. You sound like you're on a telephone call.
The fuck?
Getting my spray paint, cause I'm gonna spray some paint on some shit.
fuck? Oh, I still sound kind of a phone call-y.
Yeah, so you sound like you sound like hey, this is Jim, first time caller.
Yeah, right. Now my my microphone isn't showing up anymore.
That is strange. Did you just disconnect and reconnect it from the USB port?
Yeah, I plugged in a different one. Sounds like it. I think I might have shorted or something.
Huh.
All right, well, put that off to the side for now.
Changing the audio quality.
I guess. What the hell were we talking about? I forgot.
We were talking about that's a good question. We were talking about
I know what I was about to say. I think you said something about being at the they had a tournament this weekend, didn't they?
Yeah. So I was there. It was fun. Only about 8 people showed up. Part of the reason that is because of Dice Hammer. There's a big old 2-day tournament going on right now. So a lot of people are at that. Otherwise, I think we probably would have gotten maybe like 3 or 4 more people. Also, it's the week after the 4th, which I think traditionally the summertime is harder for people to do because they're just generally doing more stuff, especially since with COVID now being officially over. Hooray, you guys, we did it. I think more people are just like, yeah, I'm going to go do a bunch of shit and catch up on a bunch of life I didn't get to have. So I could see that for sure being part of what's going on.
I feel like I don't know if harder for people to do is really the right word. More just lazy, I guess.
Yeah, that could be it, honestly. I mean there's always a part of me that's like, do I really want to go? Or like after round 2, I'm like, do I really want to stay? You know, it's
like, all right, Alan.
Alan hilariously did end up leaving whatever tournament he was at this weekend.
Nice.
Yeah. He's got to keep up. He's got to keep up appearances, you know? It's important.
I'm probably going to wait until the fall to really try and get into anything just to see where my life's at.
For sure, yeah.
By then, which has been pain in the ass, but
yeah,
hey, it's being an adult apparently. So.
I know. Yeah, apparently, yeah, being an adult is life kind of just shits on you in its own special ways until we die.
Oh yes. Let's see, but at least I did get a couple of whatchamacallit, paint booth videos out. I'm sure you saw already.
Yeah. I saw one of them on my feed earlier.
I did the one of them was that part of Scolari's commission.
Oh, nice.
Which I also have to do up the Venom crawlers now as well. I got started on one of them, but you know, again, life is a bitch.
Yeah.
And I still got to finish the rest of these possessed too. He gave me like 18 of them, so. And they're all a pain.
Possessed.
Yep.
Yeah, possessed are not. Are they the new? They're not the new possessed or the greater possessed, are they?
No, just the regular old possessed with
which that's what makes them a pain in the butt.
Yeah, and what should we call it? And there's a couple of like the old metal ones.
Ooh.
In there too, still.
Well, have fun painting those.
They have less trim on them, so it's actually not quite as bad. And speaking of painting, I finally got this dude almost built up.
Which dude is that?
Boy, Big Daddy Kragnos.
Oh, Big Daddy Kragnos.
Yeah.
That model is
literally as big as my face. Or as tall.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, big enough that I got to do them separately, which I think. Well, I know one scheme that I've been kind of thinking about doing was trying to do like a beach.
Ooh.
Type of deal. So.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I think especially with like the base because it's like this big ass rock.
Yeah, you could do like
type of
waves
thing that he's
cresting
saying.
around it. Yeah,
Yeah, because I
that's
know
that's a dope idea, dude. I like that.
Vallejo, their texture paints, they make one that's like rolling water.
Oh, really? Oh
Yeah.
shit. I did not know they did because one idea that I'll maybe do forever in the future, probably never, is I saw this guy do a Tau themed like coastal army, and he did like in light blues and yellows and greens, and then he like the entire all of their bases were like surf and ocean and everything, and it just looks so fucking cool. I remember just being blown away by that.
Yeah, I want to try that out. It looks like it's kind of like an all-in-one type of texture deal.
Nice. That's always awesome.
Yeah, where like if you put it on flat, it's just kind of like blue with the gloss over it, but then you can sort of like scoop it with the brush a little bit to kind of get little waves and foamy
Oh, nice.
type of deals, I guess. I haven't seen it in a while. I have to go look again. But
Yeah.
and then I also got to find. I also got to get one for sand.
Sand, I don't think is too bad actually. I know GW has a couple that actually do a decent job of looking like sand. There's another one. Oh shit, I got this guy to build too. There's another one that they do that like you could do dry cracks and then fill in the cracks a little bit, and it comes off as a nice sand too. I think sand's actually gonna be the easier part for you, honestly.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you know what? There's also and you know what? As dumb as this is, you can just straight up go get sand and like put it on some super glue and on your base, and then boom, call it a day.
That was what I did for my Dark Eldar.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of a pain in the ass.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
And B, you got to paint a layer underneath all that anyway. Otherwise, it'll just like look like grains on black.
Like tears in the rain. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And those Vallejo tubs are a lot bigger for almost the same price.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
I actually so for a while I was using a GW texture paint for my bases, and then I figured out I could do the exact same thing, even though Vallejo doesn't have the gray that I want. They have this like dark brown. I use that, slop some Mechanicus gray on there. It's like you cannot even tell the difference. And it's like a huge tub that like I got for almost the exact same price as the GW model. Mm-hmm. So it's like, why the hell was I buying that again? So much more efficient.
And I also have but yeah, I figured that'll be a good scheme to do if I do end up going ahead and building that little Giants army.
Yeah.
That I want to do, because that would be easier. You know, it's bigger bases, and
yeah,
I can kind of get more of the effect in there.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, rather than like a bunch of dudes on the little 25 millimeters, which just look like shit, kind of. But,
yeah.
And then I also have what is it? I also have this stuff, some wet ground mud.
Ooh, nice.
That I'm
Wait, let me see that one again.
It's backwards, but
oh, nice. Actually, it flips for me.
Oh well, shit. Just me then. But no, I did play around with it a little bit whenever I did those Dire Avengers earlier. You definitely have to have more stuff with it, because the ones I did, it was just like the mud, and then there's like a couple rocks in there, and it sort of doesn't look that great. But I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about using that whenever I finally get around to building all those that Wraithguard box that I won a couple years ago.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that.
Yeah, I still got that floating around.
Well, and hey, Wraithguard are good now too.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, I mean, there's
guard or blades.
Either. Wraith. I mean, it's almost the same model kit. So if the box is anything, you should be able to build one or the other.
Sure. Well, yeah.
But the blades are really good. Wraith blades are really good, in my opinion. Wraith Guard are okay, but you got to throw them in a Waste Serpent, from what I understand still. But then again, I haven't seen too much Eldar around these parts anyway, so.
That's probably something you never thought you'd see a few years ago.
I know, seriously.
Like, what? Nobody plays Zelda anymore?
Yeah. What's going on here?
Let's see. What else do I got? Oh, speaking of Marvel stuff, actually, it sounds like I don't know if you've seen anything for the well, I'm sure you have, but for the new Spider-Man coming out.
I mean, I know it's coming out. I haven't heard any real detail because I see all these like clickbaity articles, so I don't really know what to believe.
So it sounds like they're also using that movie to kind of delve into the whole multiverse thing a bit as well. Because they're going to have Alfred Molina come back again.
No shit. Seriously?
As Dr. Octopus, yep.
That's awesome.
And I think what they're going to do, because you remember how, like, the end of the movie that he was in, he kind of made, like, that fucking black hole machine.
Yeah, and then he dies because he just goes into it and he sinks in. And he's like, I need to fix it and die. And like,
yeah, he yanks it on himself. So I'd be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if what they do is like he just gets spit out into the MCU universe. Like,
yeah,
where am I?
Yeah, like that his machine ended up portaling him through or something.
But I also did see something where it sounds like they're going to have it looks like they're going to have a Norman Osborn in that movie too.
Oh, really?
As well, and they cast Chris McDonald for a not disclosed role, but he looks like Norman Osborn basically. So fun all around, and apparently, nice. I guess the new Thor movie is gonna have like all the Guardians in there too. So
yeah, because he at the end of Endgame he takes off with them in the boat.
Yep.
Then there's still gonna be a Guardians 3 also. I know that.
Good times all around.
Oh yes, very good.
So I was gonna say I've been kind of rifling through all the old Marvel movies as well.
I actually just finished rewatching all of them about a month and a half ago because whenever my son was up late at night teething and I would walk him around, I was like, why am I not just watching movies right now? So I throw on like a Marvel movie at night while I was just walking his ass around trying to get him to fall asleep.
Teach him manly values. Yeah.
Well, one or two movies he did stay up and watch with me just because he was dead tired, so he was just looking at the screen. But most of the time, it was he couldn't be asleep unless he was being held, which was a bit annoying. But
yeah.
All right. As a side note, it might get loud, so give me a quick second because I have to go do the fan and then spray paint, and then I'll be back. Just like 2 minutes.
Here, you know what? I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick anyway.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I will stop.